Hello my friends, welcome to Landford Lakes once again. We're back to finish off the spring/summer project. This is going to be the last vlog from here for a little bit before we start the winter project. So hope you're well, hope you're having a good day. I'll now cut into the beginning footage that starts this morning at the top lake. Spoiler alert, we do get a kingfisher, so that's a win. And hurrah, thank you so much for coming back and joining me. I'll see you very soon. Enjoy the shooting experience. Hello my friends, I hope you're having an incredible day. As I just previously said, welcome to the top lake. Some lapwings are making some interesting noises. I was actually hoping to get a kingfisher. We did end up getting a kingfisher, but I wanted to briefly talk about, this is, I believe, a sandpiper or somewhere around there. Not 100% sure, but I believe that's what it was. They're quite rare apparently. It showed up, that was nice. But when filming kingfishers, there's a couple of things to be aware of. Number one, obviously, you need to know their patterns. You need to know and be aware of kind of where do they hunt, why do they hunt there, etc. This one, I believe, is a juvenile from this season just gone. And I believe, in theory, the male who I have been filming or did film in May should be the father of this juvenile kingfisher. So maybe, who knows. Obviously this one has a little ring on it, so clearly they've been caught in ghost nets to keep those numbers up to date. And it was lovely to see. You may be wondering why I'm a little bit further away from the windows at the top lakes hide. The main reason for this is because I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't scare off a kingfisher, because the first time that I captured a kingfisher from on this perch at this hide was obviously on my last lens, but also I believe I was probably a bit too close. And I think the kingfisher itself, if you look at the footage in that vlog, he turns and he looks to me and then flies away. Also, water levels completely changed up here now, so there's a lot more chance or a lot more opportunity for a kingfisher to hunt at the top lake. When I first filmed that, it was more of a flyby, I guess, to check whether he could see any fish, etc., that kind of thing. So these are some of the things I would consider or think about when looking to firstly locate a perch that could be used for a kingfisher, but then secondly actually quote unquote scouting out the kingfisher specifically as well. The reason why the camera cut there is the kingfisher hovered over above as it was hunting, and I didn't unfortunately get it. It's one of the things I would obviously love in a hero sequence, would be the kingfisher in slow motion hitting the water and potentially hovering as well, but you know, we can't get all of it. But I'm really happy with the footage that I did manage to capture. Keep in mind as well, things that you want to do are to get a wide or like semi-mid, somewhere around there. Like this, I would count as my wide, to show that, you know, the kingfisher is sat on a perch and it's not just tight on the kingfisher. If you're wondering why the footage stopped recording and then came back even though the kingfisher was there, I wanted to capture some 60 FPS and some 24 FPS. So what I was doing was I was switching to a different frame rate, so I had that variation come edit, because I've found personally that I don't like playing slow motion footage at normal speed, so without, you know, changing it to slow motion. And that's something to think about. And I think if you want to be a quote unquote purist in your films, it will change how your footage looks, and also part of that story that you're trying to tell of these animals that we are specifically, you know, looking to capture as well. Obviously, we got very lucky with the light, which was really great. The sun actually did pop out on the day we went, which was last weekend at the time of filming. There's voiceover, at least. There was a lot of clouds, so it gave some really nice diffused light, but we did manage to get a little bit of sun to pop out as well, which was great. And there we go. He left. Then I think that time we got about 5 minutes with the kingfisher. It was the longest time I've had. And then we spotted a reed bird, unsure on what kind. You can see just a little face just there. He didn't unfortunately come high enough, but he was right in front of the hide, so I didn't want to not take that opportunity. Then I basically went to see what the deal was when it came to butterflies, other birds, etc. Because as you will know, if you've looked for kingfishers for a while or etc., then you're going to struggle to find them, or it's possible to find them in the afternoon, but especially as we know when he finished hunting, it's unlikely to be around 11, 12 o'clock, which is the time of this filming. And also I wanted to get some butterflies to specifically connect the rest of the film with, so that it wasn't just necessarily just bird related in that regard as well. And then we headed down to just by the cafe because we wanted to eat, because that's helpful. And we got quite a lot of red admirals, which was lovely to see. We got this one and then a couple of others on a similar flower a little bit further down. And then I just spent most of the rest of the day spending a lot of my time looking for those butterflies as little insert shots within this spring-summer film. And fun fact, we were looking, or have been looking at, where and what else is going on in regards to the lakes this week. It turns out that some of the autumn birds have actually come back. So I might be back sooner than when I said in this vlog specifically to start that project again, but I'm trying to balance a lot of other things. We did get multiple red admirals in the same place. Then after breakfast we popped back up to the top lake. Not much was going on. Thought it would be fun to film an egret asleep, so did so. Got like a couple of minutes of that. And then my other half, who I go on these trips with, wanted to film or take images of grasshoppers. So she was doing that. I grabbed these soon to be well, I don't know 100% sure what they were. I think they were caterpillars. But then I headed up to the sand martin hide to give you some tips and tricks that I'll leave past me to talk about now. Observing a kingfisher perch. And credit to the fellow photographers of Lanford Lakes. I'm unsure whether they want to be named, so I won't be naming them, but appreciate their tips, tricks, etc. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this is the worst time of day to do this, so if a kingfisher does appear, hooray, I'm winning. But something which I thought would be helpful to explain, thought would be helpful to do, would be here in the sand martin hide. Close all the windows, as you can see, and then sit here with your back against the wall, because kingfishers are specifically skittish. They don't really like anything can spook them. So doing it this way, rather than what most people would do and what I would think about doing from a photography point of view, is get as close as you possibly can to the perch, so you can then have the most range on your lens. But the crux, or the reason, is that the kingfisher can't actually see you, and the glass on these windows is actually clean enough for you to be able to shoot through them, as you can see here. Not actually for a minute because nothing's happening, but you can see directly to this perch, so that's a win. As you would have seen earlier in this vlog, I was able to capture, had about 5-10 minutes with a kingfisher, so that's great news. But hope this little tip and trick was helpful. I'll see you soon. Peace. And then I ended up heading back down to film a few more butterflies before heading away from the lakes. And as I said, my plan is to start on the edit for this larger film in the back end of this week into next week now. So hopefully I'll be able to post that shortly. Make sure to be subscribed if you would not like to miss the actual full film that I've been working on for all of these vlogs. So if you've been interested in watching the development, but also will be interested in seeing that final piece, then do make sure to be subscribed. If you did enjoy this episode and you would like to hear more about video or more to see another wildlife vlog, make sure to be subscribed, or find my information down below where you can find the website and all those lovely things. But we found a blue butterfly, and that's so much for joining me once again. If you did enjoy this video and you would like to hear how video can help your business in 2024, then I'll leave my information somewhere around this video, and I'll see you very soon.